They say that true power reveals itself in the smallest slights when someone with authority, who never earned it, decides your life is their open playing field. That's exactly what happened when I, Michael Chen, fresh off buying my dream home in Crestview Heights, was ambushed by Linda Grayson, our self-appointed HOA queen. Imagine this. It's 8 a.m. on a Saturday. The sun's just peeking over manicured lawns. And there I am, clutching my half-packed coffee mug and a brand new package, expecting a quiet morning of settling in. Instead, I got the police officers. On my porch, red and blue lights pulsing in the street, and the whole president herself declaring me a criminal in my own home. How did a single piece of paper and eviction notice she forged spark a legal battle, neighbor revolt, and her spectacular downfall? Stick around this suburban thriller of forged documents, bold defiance, and sweet justice will keep you on the edge of your seat until the final gavel drops. One dawn of discontent, the sun had barely peered over the rooftops of Crestview Heights when my peaceful Saturday was shattered by a knocks-off, almost polite, like a neighbor bearing a freshly baked pie. I opened the door half-dressed, one hand gripping a coffee mug, the other still juggling boxes. Instead of a friendly wave, I found 2 uniformed police officers, cruisers idling on the street with lights pulsing red and blue, and behind them stood a woman whose stiff posture and frosted ponytail screamed authority. There he is, she barked. That's the guy I told you about, the package thief. The taller officer's hand hovered near his belt, while the shorter one's glare could freeze lava. Sir, the tall one said, we need to see some ID. There have been reports of package theft around here. I gazed down at the box in my hand, my name, my address, printed in bold black letters, still warm from the afternoon sun. This is my package, I said, voice steady. I live here, moved in last week. That's a lie, the woman snapped. He doesn't belong here. I'm the HOA president, Linda Grayson, and I know every resident in this community. That's when I realized it wasn't a simple miscommunication. It was an outright assault on my right to belong. To Oakwood Estates, welcome wagon, welcome to Crestview Heights, where the lawns gleam, the neighbors not unless you're the wrong age, the wrong gender, or the wrong decade divorced from college. I remembered the realtor's warning as she handed me a binder thicker than a phone book. Crestview Heights HOA rules and regulations. She'd smiled thinly and said, our president is dedicated. I laughed it off as quirky suburbia. I should have known better. Point 3, day 2, the silent sentinel on my second morning. I caught her across the street, arms crossed, lips pinched, watching me haul boxes from the rental van. No wave, no smile, just a sentinel guarding her redoubt. That night, I found a typed notice taped to my door. Printed on HOA letterhead, personal property cannot be visible from the street for over 24 hours. Do I look like a genius for thinking someone else left it? I peeled it off and tossed it aside, determined to play nice until it became impossible. For digital vigilantism, I joined the neighborhood's online forum, hoping to blend in. Instead, I found warnings about a serial package thief, blurry security camera images, and Linda's fiery posts demanding vigilance. She was always online first, rallying the troops. I never expected to be the target of her crusade. 5. The arrival of innocence that afternoon. My phone pinged, your package has arrived. I stepped out, scooped the box from the Welcome Mat custom coffee mugs with my initials, a small reward for my new chapter, and turned to head inside. But a voice sliced the quiet. Hey, stop right there. I spun to see Linda storming across the lawn, phone in hand, filming like I was on her personal episode of Suburban Cops. I've got you, she crowed. I knew the thief was someone new. You're the package pirate. I blinked, box in hand. Excuse me, it's mine. I live here. She squinted, undeterred. A likely story. The Pattersons live there. They've been here forever. You're not them. The Pattersons. They moved, I said calmly. I bought the house. I'm Michael Chen. I angled the label toward her. She didn't even glance. I'm calling the cops. Don't move, she said, dialing 911.6, the gathering crowd within. Minutes, neighbors poked their heads out. Phones emerged, some ready to record my humiliation, others curious if justice was on my side. Linda waved them on like a Pied Piper. See, this is why we stay vigilant. He's stealing our packages. Some frowned, some nodded, but I refused to shrink. This is my home, my box, I said. Shoulders squared. 7. Patrol car justice. When the patrol car arrived, Linda greeted it as her personal cavalry. Officers, thank goodness, I caught him red-handed, she gushed. thrusting her phone camera at them. The officers remained composed. One turned to me. "Sir, report a package theft. ID, please." I handed over my license and order confirmation. Phone opened to the delivery email and doorbell cam footage from 30 minutes prior. Linda rolled her eyes and pressed forward. He could have faked it all. The Pattersons ordered those mugs. The officer checked my license. Address matches, he said. Footage confirms delivery to this porch. Linda's jaw dropped. That proves nothing. 8. The neighbor testimony just then. An older neighbor stepped forward. "I saw the moving trucks. They said hi to me. This is the new owner." He nodded to me. "Sorry for the fuss." "Welcome." The tension cracked. 9. Karen's crumbling facade. Linda's face peeled from smug to shocked. She turned on her heel and stormed off as the officers instructed her to leave or face harassment charges. Her front door slammed so hard her holiday wreath bounced. The officers apologized to me. Neighbors gathered with cookies. Sympathy and stories of Linda's past antics. 10. The emergency HOA meeting 3 days later. A letter arrived. Emergency HOA meeting security and conduct. The room was packed. Neighbors hungry for answers. At the podium, I presented my video, my license, my emails. The vice president sprang the bombshell. Security cam footage of Linda stealing packages. 3. Separate porches. 3 times. Murmurs. Erupted. 11. Federal implications. The board pressed charges. Mail theft is federal. Up to 5 years in prison. $250,000 in fines. When officers served Linda with her arrest warrant, she whispered, "But I'm HOA president." Not anymore. 12. The community reckoning by night's end. Unanimous vote. Linda was removed from her post, stripped of authority. The new board clarified boundaries and praised my composure. A sweet release washed over me as neighbors offered handshakes and fresh baked goods. No more faceless gossip, just real community. 13. Epilogue. Every day just as these days, I park my car, walk my dog, and say hello to neighbors who once whispered behind her back. Linda still lives down the block, but her eyes now lower when our paths cross. She's no longer the puppet master, just another homeowner. And sometimes, when I enjoy my coffee on the porch, I hear sirens and think of her legal fees mounting, her package theft claim unraveled. Justice in Oakwood Estates didn't come with fireworks or dramatic courtroom scenes. It came with clear evidence, neighbor support, and the unwavering truth. This was my home, my package, and my peace. Call to action if you loved watching Linda's entitled power trip explode and true justice prevail. Smash that like button, share this story with anyone who's survived HOA hell, and subscribe for more real-life tales of suburban drama, revenge, and sweet vindication, because sometimes the most powerful weapon is simply standing your ground. ***.